This video is for kingdom level PMs. It is how to administer your kingdom. So once you have been given the ignominy of being a kingdom level PM, you might want to log in. And so you would log in, and I'm not a kingdom PM, but it's nice to think it. Then I would come over and just simply click on my kingdom, and from there I'd have the same information everybody else had, and if I wanted to configure the kingdom, I'd come up here and I'd click admin. And under admin I have several options. So one option is to create a park, and here we would make a park, so the Droberg, and that would be TD, and it would obviously be a Grand Duchy, and I would create a park, and I'm not going to do that here because I don't want to mess with the records. Alternately, I could set kingdom officers. So for instance, I could set the monarch, and right now, for instance, Sir Warrock is the monarch, and we would want to set the regent, and the prime minister is right. The prime minister needs to get on the ball because clearly Zach is not the monarch, and we could update these things. And here it says I'm not cool enough, but so be it. Additionally, we can configure the kingdom. The kingdom has a lot of configuration options. The name, the 2-letter abbreviation, and the heraldry for the kingdom. We have an atlas color, which is the color that our kingdom parts show up on the Amtgard White Atlas. And then we have a few other configuration options here. Attendance credit minimum is the minimum number of credits someone has to be in order to be contributing. The attendance daily minimum is the minimum number of unique park visits. So for instance, if you got 3 credits for going to an event, that wouldn't count as a park visit. And then the attendance weekly minimum is the same as daily minimum, except it rounds down to only 1 attendance per week. And again, we have the average period, and they default to 6 months, and the dues amount is $6, and the dues period is 6 months, and the dues take, the VIG, if you will, the kingdom charges a park, here is set to $3 for the Kingdom of the Wetlands, which is a vicious amount to take. And then the monthly credit maximum is the maximum number of credits someone can earn in a month. And some of these you can set to obvious things. So if you have no requirements in your kingdom to be contributing, or it's something strange, you can change these numbers. For instance, the monthly credit maximum, the wetland specifies 6 in its corpora, but your kingdom may have no maximum, in which case you can set it to like 60 per 1,000 million or something, and then nobody would ever hit the maximum. Here we have park titles, and these are completely arbitrary, kingdom for kingdom. The park class merely determines what order they are reported in. There's nothing magical about this. The principality, I'm not sure why it's using that word, and minimum, this should really be the principal amount, and the minimum is the average attendance the park has to have in order to meet this requirement. So for instance, a barony requires 15 average attendance every 6 months in order to rate barony, and then if we're nice, we don't let them lose their status until they drop below 13. And again, the cutoff on the terms, and this you can eliminate those, or we can make new ones. It's a lot of fun. Here we have awards. When your kingdom is made, it ropes in a whole lot of really kind of standard awards, and some of these come from the award standardization, and a lot of these come from tradition, like Lady or whatever. And then we have custom awards. Here we have the Guildmaster of Knights, Guildmaster of Reeves, Tsunami, and Typhoon. I know you all want to earn a Typhoon. It's really kind of an aspirational object of my own. In order to create these, I would come down here and select an award from the list, and if it's a completely custom award that has no bearing, I would choose none. But if it's a equivalency award, say for instance an award which is equivalent to Baron, I would choose Baron, and I could type in a name here, so I could type in, I don't know, whatever Japanese people think Baron is, like Hakumi or something, I don't know. And I would set the values for the rest of the awards. So for instance, if there's any rain limit or any limit per month, so for instance, Tsunami can only be given once per rain. Zodiac in the wetlands is typically once per month. Whether it's a title, so for instance, Grand Duchess is a title, but the Ducal Regent is not, because that's just leader of a park. And then again, the class title just determines what order these things get listed in. Similarly, if your kingdom likes to call Master Bard like Master Horn Tutor, then you could change it to Master Horn Tutor, and then everybody would get Master Horn Tutor rather than Master Bard in your kingdom. Otherwise, as far as working with your kingdom, more day-to-day stuff, you might want to enter awards. So we would go to awards. Here we choose the award. Say, whatever. War of the Rose, a second. The date it was given, who it was given to, so it might be given to a dragon. I don't even know which one. Perhaps this dragon. And it might have been given by a dragon, and this would be a different dragon. And it would have been given at, typically a kingdom level event, so Kingdom of the Wetlands. And it would be given for dragoning the. Additionally, you'll notice specifically that there's no place here to enter award or enter attendance for an event. The way that's accomplished is you actually go to the event. So here we have the summer mid-rain coming up, and we would click attendance, and then here we would add attendance for the event. So we could say, say someone from my park, and one of the Kendo people, Kendo Rick, he's one of my favorites, and he is obviously playing Monk, and he would get 3 credits for going to the event, and we would add him. If you need to find events, you would come down here and check the calendar, and it would show you an older list of events. Some of the other options that you might get asked for is, say for instance, who's wavered and dues paid and has all the appropriate attendance. This is for making people cry in my experience, but it's an excellent way to make people cry. Drakegard is really on the ball. Other than Drakegard, I'm on the ball. That's always nice. And those are the major tasks you'll need as specifically a Kingdom Prime Minister. And remember to log out. Log out.